Hey, all. Welcome back to the Cruising with Cheryl and Eric. Why do I always hesitate there? I don't know. I want to say my name first, probably why. But anyway,
I'll allow it.
welcome back to the Cruising with Cheryl and Eric channel. I'm Eric.
I'm Cheryl.
And today we're talking about some of the quirky and let's call it interesting things we've seen fellow cruisers do over the years on our cruises. Cruises are an interesting bunch. We do lots of little interesting things. My dog Chloe agrees. So anyway, let's get started. If you think cruising is just about endless buffets and suntans, think again. There's a whole world of quirkiness out at sea that you've probably never heard of.
So from cabin door masterpieces to rubber ducks. And I found my first one on a Carnival cruise last year and it made me so very happy.
So, yes, this little guy has a tale all its own.
Literally. Join us as we set sail on an exciting journey exploring 14 unique, hilarious, and absolutely delightful things that us cruisers love to do.
And don't forget about our kitty cat Elio, who always wants to join us on video.
Yes, he does.
So whether you're a seasoned sailor or just dipping your toes into the world of cruising, come on aboard. We promise it's going to be one heck of a ride. Yeah.
Okay. Ready to navigate the fun side of the cruising world? All aboard with Cruising with Cheryl and Eric.
You know, Cheryl, the hallways can sometimes feel like a maze of doors. Like if I had $1 for every time I tried to enter the wrong cabin, I'd probably have enough for another cruise. So first on the quirky but useful list is cabin door decorations.
You are not kidding. I have lost my way in the hallways multiple times, but rookie mistakes, Eric. Here's the fun twist of the monotony. Behold, the unique art of cabin door show-offs.
It's like each door tells a story. But do you remember our little venture into this artsy world?
Oh, how can I forget? We transformed that cabin door into a mock travel agency. It was an instant hit. Passengers are stopping by, taking pictures. Some even asked about our rates.
That was fun.
Yeah, it
That
was fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait until we do it next time.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
We'll see.
That was one for the books, definitely. But these aren't just creative outlets, right?
Absolutely not. When you're returning from a night of fun, dancing, spotting your specially decorated door amidst the sea of sameness. Okay. It's like finding your North Star. Plus, it gives our neighbors a chuckle or two.
True. Speaking of which, I think we should start brainstorming for our next door design. Maybe something with a touch of neon.
Only if it's glow in the dark.
Yeah, no, I don't like glow in the dark.
Me neither. It's so 80s, but it's okay.
Next up.
Welcome to the most underrated cruise activity, the cabin parade. Think of it as an HD TV, but with a splash of ocean vibes.
This one I never quite got, but basically it's how would you describe it? So usually people do this, via Facebook, and they set it up in advance. And so, like, if a new cruiser's never seen, what an ocean view room looks like, or what a balcony looks like, or a suite, other people will, during specific days or specific times, that they're okay with you coming and knocking on their door and basically taking a look around. How your cabin is laid out, how an interior is different from an ocean view, and on and on and on. So, but just in case, here's a quick couple of shots of, a couple of different types of cabins. So yeah, I still remember when we stumbled on a room. We actually happened to be passing by somebody else's cabin, and the door was open as they were heading out. And Cheryl, being the shy one in the group, basically stopped and said, "Ooh, look at the floor-to-ceiling windows." And She got to talking with the wife of the couple, and next thing you know, we're literally inside their cabin, checking out the cabin. It was one of our first cruises, admittedly, but it was definitely memorable.
The girl's gonna do what the girl's gonna
True.
do.
Yeah.
But it's like discovering hidden gems, and that we do. And the best part, getting ideas for our next cruise booking. I mean, after experiencing that panoramic view, I was sold on our next trip, which was very easy.
Plus, the sense of community it builds is kind of heartwarming. We still stay in touch with that couple from that had the captain suite that we walked by. Their minibar was absolutely amazing.
Oh, agreed. Nothing says making new friends like bonding over room amenities and shared oceanic enthusiasm.
Yeah, but you can't say that twice.
I probably couldn't. All right, Eric, do you remember our first cruise together and the mysterious appearance of these?
Yeah. Well, we briefly mentioned these earlier. It was our introduction to the delightful world of Duck Duck Cruise.
Indeed. Who would have thought hiding and finding rubber ducks would be a cruise sensation? It's crazy. I mean, it's like a game of hide and seek, but with rubbery, squeaky friends.
And of course,
that
ours
you get to
doesn't
keep.
squeak.
Well,
Yep.
it does.
The first time I found one, I was a bit baffled and thrilled. Like, why is there a duck dressed as a mermaid in the elevator? Still don't know the answer to that one, but the joy of discovering these little treasures is pretty cool.
And it's not just about the finding. We've become quite the duck hiders ourselves, haven't we?
Yeah,
We have to order more, by the way.
that's what we do.
Leaving a tiny rubber duck in some unexpected place, imagining the surprise and joy to the finder. It's like sharing a secret, a slice of happiness. Plus, the kids get to enjoy it too.
That's true. That's true. It's the simple things, really. Such a small gesture, but it brings much joy and laughter and connection among cruisers.
So the next time you're on a cruise, keep your eyes peeled. You'll never know where a little rubber ducky friend might be waiting for you to make your day.
Yeah, very true.
Yes.
Very true.
Can't wait. Oh, and the wonders of technology, Eric. What would you do without the almighty roll calls?
I'd probably walk around the ship aimlessly. Wow.
Aimlessly.
Hoping to bump into familiar faces. Speaking of which, have you checked in for our next voyage? On the did you set up did you?
No.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I tried to earlier,
Okay.
but we had an issue with the internet.
I got you. Yeah.
These,
Okay.
these digital congregations.
So, Cheryl,
What?
explain to our viewers, if they don't know, what a roll call Facebook group is and why.
They're
Do you
just
know?
appetizers before the main course, a little tastier of this adventure awaiting us, sharing plans, exchanging tips, and the excitement building. And it's part of the pre-cruise fun.
So basically, there are Facebook groups out there for most sailings on most of the different cruise lines. So the January 7th sailing on the Royal Caribbean Anthem of the Seas as an example. You request to join that group if you're going on that cruise, and you get to meet virtually meet other people that are going to be on that cruise. And usually there's a couple of, like, the admins or just some of the other cruisers are pretty knowledgeable about that cruise ship and that itinerary, and it's a really good way to get little tips and tricks. Find out what the best excursion is, depending upon what you want to do, where you want to go. It's like a general, like, Royal Caribbean Facebook group, but it's specific to a ship and an itinerary. And a lot of times, they'll set up, like, get-togethers.
A meet and greet.
And we're going to be hanging out at such and such bar from 5 to 7 on embarkation day. If you want to stop by and introduce yourself, that'd be cool. That kind of thing.
If there's a connection, you can ask to, sit with them at dinner.
Right.
And,
you do group dinners, surprise meetups. Yeah.
Simple wave as you recognize a fellow cruiser from the forum.
Yeah. So for those new to cruising, think of roll calls as like an introduction. A chance to mingle, get insights, set a tone for your journey. So you don't feel like, you're just one or two people out of 6,000. Before you ever get on that ship, if you're active in that roll call group, you'll feel more like you're walking on board. I'm going to meet up with a group of friends type of thing.
And the best part, no trolls, just enthusiastic cruisers sharing the love of the ocean and all things nautical.
Very true.
Yes.
Very true. All right, so since you couldn't get in, I'm going to join it. I know there's a roll call. I saw it the other day.
Okay.
So, next up, starboard, port side, aft, bow, forecastle. Cheryl, are we on a cruise or are we prepping for a Shakespeare play?
A little bit of both. If you play your cards right, welcome to the world of cruise lingo, mate. The talk of sailors. And it's not dirty.
Yeah, well, it could be.
Yeah, well.
When we first started cruising, all these, all the terms felt like a whole different language. I mean, it's a balcony, not a veranda.
But we embrace the jargon anyway. And soon you'll be weaving these words seamlessly into your sea tales. Besides, there is a certain charm in asking someone if they've lounged on the Lido deck rather than just the pool area.
Very true. And let's set the record straight. For the love of Poseidon, it's a ship, not a boat. Right, Captain Cheryl?
Aye, aye, Capitan. It's just like an adventure, not a vacation. So the next time you're on our cruise channel.
Next. Channel your inner sailor and talk the talk.
Thank you. It's been a long day.
So we're going to, in the very near future, we're going to be doing a full-length video on the top 100 or so nautical terms. Oh yeah, there's several hundred that you're going to hear bandied about, in the various groups and on the cruise itself. Don't worry, there won't be a test. Well, actually, I can make up a test if you want. Yeah, no.
No. Mm-mm.
So speaking of cruise lingo, casinos. That's a cruise term.
Oh, for someone who once said casino's not my thing, you sure seem engrossed.
It's not about the gambling, Cheryl. It's about the thrill of pulling that slot with everyone watching. Also, the glasses are pure luck.
Group slot pulls. That sounds so dirty on so many levels. We're the most casino adverse folks, like yours truly, get roped into the excitement.
It's like a team sport. Everyone chips in, a certain amount of money. And one person is designated to sit and pull the slot, or hit the button. And if ladies' luck smiles your way, everybody shares in the joy and the winnings.
But honestly, it's less about the cash and more about the camaraderie. Cheering for each other, the collective groans and cheers. It's all part of the cruise magic.
Couldn't have said it better. So, Captain Cheryl, ready to join the game and pull that slot?
Excuse you. We're on video. Only if I get a pair of those lucky glasses.
Yeah, I wish.
Are they rose-colored?
Yes, they are
Okay.
definitely rose-colored, yes. Up next, we're going to talk about the heart of social cruising, the meet and mingle. So yeah, meets and mingles.
Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Well, with this bell, there's definitely going to be some jingling. Oh. But jokes aside, these gatherings are what turn a great cruise into an unforgettable one.
Absolutely. Navigating through the vast ship, the ships are humongous. Meeting fellow enthusiasts, sharing stories. It's like a mini adventure within the grand journey.
And the best part is, they are held in such relaxed settings. A sip of your favorite drink, of many. Delightful snacks, maybe even a lucky draw or two. It's the perfect icebreaker.
I remember the time we won that Quirky Guess the Captain's Middle Name game. Who would have thought it was Barnacle?
Well, his first name was Bill.
Well, then that would have been Bill Barnacle, not Barnacle Bill.
Well, the things you learn with people you meet. These sessions truly elevate the cruising experience and are not just about the destinations. It's about the journey and the connections you make.
Couldn't agree more. So next time you see a meet and mingle sign, don't hesitate, dive right in. Who knows, you might just find your next cruise buddy hanging out there.
Literally on the balcony.
Yeah.
Don't. That's very dangerous and it's not recommended.
True. The beauty of themed cruises. One day you're rocking out to the hits of the 80s, and the next you're navigating the intricacies of knitting.
What?
Yeah, no, that's not a themed cruise for me.
Come on. It's not just about knitting. Think of all these as your custom tailored experiences at sea. There's something for everyone, whether it's music, movies, hobbies, or even pop culture.
Very true.
We won a few.
Trivia game?
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. And it's not just about the activities for that themed cruise. It's more about being surrounded by like-minded individuals who share the same passion. They do actually. Princess just announced 3 new cruises, all of them themed, all of them Hollywood Insider themed. So one is going to have several stars from the Dallas TV show. There's another one that's going to have musicians from various shows. Actually, it sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But
it transforms the vibe of the cruise. Your days resonate with what you love, and the ship becomes a hub for enthusiasts from around the globe. And let's admit, there's a different kind of thrill in attending a masked ball one day and a superhero convention the next.
True, very true. Theme cruises are like the cherry on top of the already delicious sundae that cruising offers. So next time you're planning your voyage, see if there's a theme that strikes a chord.
And maybe, just maybe, we'll see Eric Master knitting on our next crafts and creations cruise.
Yeah, probably not.
Knit one, purl two. Knit one, purl two. No. Okay. Look around, Eric. Notice anything common with the cruises apart from the evident love of the sea?
Sunburns for one.
Not us.
But you mean the matching T-shirts?
So
it's like
cute.
every group has their own uniform.
But you don't want to get lost at sea. Twinning T-shirts. It's not a throwback to those family reunions of the 90s. It is a fun way for cruisers to bond and recognize their crew amidst the sea of people.
That's very true.
Like the couple on the cruise that had matching outfits for every day.
For every day. That's
Cute.
true. And they're not just a fashion statement. Remember when we got asked about our T-shirts and ended up spending the evening with that lovely couple from Australia? They're now on our annual cruise buddy list.
Yes. These shirts aren't just about coordinating outfits. They're conversation starters, to say the least. And they make some pretty epic group photos against the vast ocean backdrop. Go
Very
Boston. True. Anything Boston. It's a conversation starter.
Or killer, depending.
Starter.
So if you're planning a cruise with family or friends, consider getting matching tees. It adds a sprinkle of fun and a dash of identity to your adventure. And
who knows, you might just end up starting a trend of your own on the high seas.
Maybe. I remember we did, what was it, my mom's 70th?
Yeah, that was
now that wasn't, that was all-inclusive in Punta Cana, but still we got matching shirts for that.
Yes, we did. I think we still have them.
Probably.
5 years ago. Do you remember our first cruise and the staff member who went out of his way to make it special?
Oh yeah, Marco, right?
I don't know.
He surprised us with that cake. How could I forget?
It's the unsung heroes of our perfect cruises, and undoubtedly the crew members, from keeping our room spotless to ensuring we have the best dining experiences. Their hard work often goes unnoticed.
That's true. A simple token of gratitude can make a world of difference in their day. I mean, they work long, hard days.
Yeah,
they don't, it's not a fun cruise for them. They're working, 12, 14, 16-hour days. Although, if you're thinking of gifts, remember they've got very limited space in their cabins. Their cabins are half the size of ours, and they're usually shared amongst 4 people.
That's why small, thoughtful gestures like handwritten notes or cash tips can mean so much. And if they're really connected with you, a small souvenir from your home country will be a heartwarming gift. A lot of times they actually send them home.
Yep.
Or if they're on leave for a while, they bring them home to their family and just talk about who they met.
It's not about the size or the cost. It's about recognizing and appreciating their efforts. Because without them, our cruises wouldn't be half as magical.
So the next time you're aboard, take a moment and say thank you. Share a smile or leave a kind word. It truly goes a long way.
Yes, it does.
I love handwriting, though.
Well, I think that's about it. I think that's about it for this edition of Cruising with Cheryl and Eric. We've covered a bunch of different quirky things that we and our fellow cruisers do. And I hope you got something out of it. If you did, if you enjoyed it, if you got a laugh out of our bumbling words, me in particular, Go ahead and give us a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And we'll talk to you again soon.
Have a great night.
See ya.